today. This and I will start my presentation in the next one. I started recording as well. Okay. So water is essential to life. Water is essential to life, and we all know this. And the human body is roughly about 60% of water, and yet most of the people don't realize the critical role of water plays in virtually in every aspect of the body functions. As you see to my right side, uh, brain has 73%, lungs has 83%, heart has 73%, and you see as you go down, all important organs of the body need water, right, including bones and muscles. So that's where the 60% of water is there, and that drinking plenty of water can help you regulate your temperature, joint health, regulate your digestion, improve focus and mood, lower your calorie intake, and improve your skin appearance. You these are kind of a if you don't take enough water, you will see the immediate effects. In fact, if you don't drink the water from morning to afternoon on a summer day, you will immediately get headache. These are the very kind of acute effects. So now, how much water is required for a healthy body? Okay, we always think, okay, I'm drinking 1 liter of bottle, one bottle of water, and all, but it does always depend upon your weight. Okay, so this is on the left side is a calorie chart given by webmd.com. That's a health site. If you see, most of the people fall into 151 to 190 LB's category, wherein you have to drink 11 to 12 glasses of 8-ounce glasses of water. That comes to around 1 gallon, roughly around 1 gallon of water, okay, in US terms. Now, the next question is, are we drinking this? Are you drinking the enough water? So 1 gallon of water, are you drinking 1 gallon of drinking water, pure water? That's what we want to see. When we did a research long back with many people, they said no. The answer is no. Why? Because lack of knowledge. A lot of people don't know that they have to drink 1 gallon of water based on their weight. Okay, I'm saying 1 gallon. I'm taking a particular category of people, assuming everyone are adults here and talking about it. But again, it depends upon if you see the calorie chart, the weight chart. Accordingly, you will take the water. And the other reason is availability of pure drinking water. When you don't drink pure water, you feel like drinking only a little bit. You don't drink full. Example: add anything into the water, juice or anything, you won't be able to consume 1 gallon of juice on any day. Okay, or even you won't be able to consume 1 gallon of electrolyte. Which is like any of the salt and sugar solution together too. So that means what it is, when water is not in its purest form, you won't be able to drink much. That is the, to say, availability of drinking water. And the other thing is contamination. There is a lot of acidic water. The moment you drink the water, it's you feel like full. You don't feel like drinking more water. Contamination with lead, mercury, radon gases. The most common form is chlorine. You don't want to smell the water. The taste and smell of water, you might not like it. And there are a lot of people, what they do is they actually boil the water and drink. But it's a lot of effort, right? Every time you want to drink water, you have to boil and drink. But we'll see what are the advantages and disadvantages of these kind of these are the water sources where you're drinking. On the left side, if you see advantage and disadvantage to the tabular column, what you're seeing on my right side, some people just said that they drink Brita or pitcher water that's easily available. Boiled water kills bacteria. The advantage is kills bacteria. Bottled water convenient for carrying, and tap water is available at home all the time. But if you see the disadvantage, there are more disadvantages than the advantages. Let's go with the Brita pitcher. Okay, if you read the label, whoever is having that Brita water, right? If you really see the label of the Brita, right? It says intended to purify, but they are not purified water. Okay? And Brita is a filter. Brita or any fridge filter, if you are using, it's a filter and not a purifier or a treatment system. What I mean by that is I will cover in the detailed session. But what happens is these kind of a pictures is repeated usage create a passage. So after some time it will stop. It is intended to purify 40 gallons of water at any point of the time, but it won't really. In fact, if you see a lot of, if you go and read a lot of articles on the internet, after 10 gallons, it will start just letting the water without purification. Okay. And cooking with this Brita pictures is difficult because it will be very time consuming. Now, coming to boiled water, most of the people also take tap water, they boil it and drink that water. Okay. But we need to understand what are the advantages of it. Or the advantages only is it kills bacteria. Okay. Not even viruses and all. Even if virus is killed, all these things are still in the water. Okay. But contaminants like lead, mercury, VOCs, which are like having a higher boiling point than water, they're about more than 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 300 degrees Celsius or 800 degrees Fahrenheit is the required melting point of these lead, mercuries, and other VOCs, which when you actually boil the water, the purest form evaporates out and the contaminants stay back in the things, making the water more concentrated. I'm sure most of them here are science students, and I would say one simple example. Take a common salt, what we use in our home, the salt. It's NaCl, sodium chloride. It is the chemical is the sodium chloride. Take a 1 liter of bottle, dilute enough add the salt and dilute it with the water. And when you boil those water, let's say if you're taking a liter of water and you boil it for some time, the remaining after some time, the pure water evaporates out, and the remaining water, let's say if it is a half liter water, that will be double the saltier than what it was previously, because the purest form evaporates and the salt stays back concentrated. Now, people who are drinking the boiled water, that's a bad news, because lead, mercury, all these metals and chemicals, contaminants, there are so many. We just listed 140 recently, but different geographies has different issues. So they all stay in the water. And especially when you're cooking rice or any of the foods, right? Most of the Indian population they cook rice with the water, with the same tap water, thinking that it will be boiled and everything will be fine, but not. In fact, as I said, you are drinking contaminated sources of lead, mercury, and VOCs. It increases the concentration, and every time if you have to boil the water and drink, it's a lot of effort. Now, let's see, some of the people drink bottled water, but they may be able to not cook with this bottle. They drink it. We don't know where the water source is coming and when it is packaged in the plastic. Okay, and plastic has cancer-causing chemicals. We will see in that one in detail in later part. And it is very expensive depending upon what kind of a brand you are drinking and where you are buying it. Okay. Now, coming to the last form of source of water is the tap water. It's available at home, but unfortunately, though your water company, utilities company is sending the pure water to you, but your pipes are old. If you're living in an apartment in New Jersey or in any of the places like Texas, North Carolina, you are in fact 50 years is the old pipes. And now you think about it, your water, though they are purified water they're supplying from there, you might not be having the purified water. We'll see in the details. It drags microbes, lead, mercury from the pipes into the body and chemicals from the environment. Okay. North Carolina, especially, there is a Supreme Court case going on DuPont chemicals. If you read the news articles, they dump everything into the river water. From there, the water is getting picked up, right? That's being said, let's go and see what are the acute or immediate effects of drinking impure water or not drinking enough pure water. Okay, you on the left side of me, you will see a QR code. If you can scan, this is taken by Water Quality Association. It is not that I am putting it down here, but this is the article I have taken from there. You can actually take a picture of this QR code, so you'll get a URL into your phone, so you can read all the information. So some of the acute immediate effects is if you don't take water, constipation, irregular bowel, Muscle performance, skin issues, dehydration, fatigue, headache, as I said, right? And this happens to me if I don't drink water, and weakened immunity. And dry and aging of skin. People don't drink much water. That's less water. Their skin gets darkened, and they have some pigmentation issues, and it will be dry. And we also see what are the long-term or chronic effects. Chronic or long-term effects are cancer, brain damage. One of the Flint issue. Flint in Michigan, a city, right? They had a lead which is causing cancer, right? That was a big issue in 2016. Only after that, all these presentations, all this whatever you are seeing, the awareness of what started, that what happened in 2015 and 2016 in Flint, Michigan, right? And we have other problems like brain damage, bone problems, liver and kidney problems, and the reproductive difficulties. We'll also see into this one a little bit in next slides. But guys, one of the universities says that no, the impurity in water is a cause of, because brain has about 73% of water. If you drink impure water, that is the acute effects is mood swings, and chronic effect is Alzheimer. Okay, so they are still in research, they are doing it. And how safe is your current local drinking water? See, we just copied few of the news recently, from different areas in Edison, New Jersey, in the Texas city, disaster after brain-eating amoeba found in tap water. Officials issue boiling water advisory, Metro Atlanta. Unfortunately, these do come like a burglars in your home. They're like they don't come every time. You think our area is safe, our water company is safe, but sometimes some issue happens and they come. But are we prepared for that? Is a very important question. What you have to look for. On the right side, if you see, these are the scan code. These are the videos, news articles from CNN, MSNBC, and all. You should be able to see what is that your bottled water or tap water contains. Okay, you can take a picture and you can browse through the URLs and later point. Okay, or you can reach out to me from the person who invited you. I could actually share these URLs over WhatsApp or texting. Okay. Now, causes of tap water contamination, good, everything is good. My water utility, American water utility company who supplies water to my place where I'm in New Jersey, in Princeton area, one of the premium area in Mercer County. The problem is even if the American water utility company pumps the best water, we still have a problem because these pipes are more than 100 years old. The pipe system to the home, groundwater pollution, sewage water, and pharmaceuticals. New Jersey has at least 300 pharmaceutical companies. That small state has 300 pharmaceutical companies and chemical companies, and corrosion due to the companies. You see, this is corrosion due to the chemicals. If you see this pipe, right, you see the green color, it's a corrosion in the water pipe. This is a copper water pipe that's standard in New Jersey and elsewhere until last 5 years. After that, they wanted to move to plastic for the brand new homes. But even plastic has some other problems. But this one is the copper, which is this green color material is carcinogenic, like cancer causing material. And this is what you drag to the drinking water or cooking water. This is EPA, Environmental Protection Agencies. On their site, if you see, they said sources of lead in drinking water is coming from the main water line. If you see the bottom, the blue color line here, that's where it enters, and the pipes are old. That's where the lead service line pipe, on the left side, if you see, you can see that lead service line, and the goosenecks and galvanized pipes all drag that lead into the water. So now this is what happens. Even though the pure water is pumped in, this is where the water gets contaminated with the chemicals. Now, okay, people say, how about bottled water? One important thing is expensive. The other one is you are not cooking with the bottled water. Most of the people don't cook it until they are getting a 5-gallon water. But Dr. Axe, again, this information is from a Dr. Axe. On the left side, if you can copy the QR code, he says it's a dangerous habit because, as we said, an average adult should be drinking 1 gallon of water per day. If you see the research, American research says that the average American drinks about 31 gallons of bottled water a year. That means they drink at least 10 times less. 1 gallon a day should be 365 gallons, but this is less than 10%, 31 gallons. That is the reason why obesity and all those long-term, when people get old, more than 50 years, they'll get into all the problems of BP, sugar, diabetes, and all those stuff. Again, I'm not saying this is the only reason, but this could be one of the reason where if you don't take care of water, that could you result into. Now, people in US buy 500 million of bottled water a week, more than enough to circle the globe 5 times with the plastic. Okay, that we know it's an environmental problem. If you see, a single bottle the water contains up to 24,500 chemicals in it. Okay, so this is all, and PET plastic water bottles leach the carcinogenic antimony into the water. These are all this is the graphic infographic is actually borrowed by Dr. Axe. He's one of the famous doctors, research scientist. And here, if you see, bottled water is a health destroyer, because a recent here, if you see, an estrogenity in the water from the plastic bottles is 3 times higher than compared to the glass. Okay, and a recent study found 11 out of 18 bottled water sampled induced estrogenic effects into human cancer cell line. So I don't understand the big terms of this one, but all that I understand is it's very dangerous to drink a bottled water. And what we all care about is how much we are paying. We are paying 2,000 times what we actually pay for a drinking water. So surprisingly, that is the thing that we are paying. If you are drinking bottled water, you are paying more money out there. The expense is very high. Now, the solution, what we wanted to see now, we have talked about the problems so far. Now, what is the solution, right? So that after 5 years, almost from 10 years of research, right, while we are into this business, we say that the solution is purified, not even filtered, purified tap water at a point of use. Okay, purify your water as you just before you drink. Okay, and it is not filtered. And what does that mean? We'll see. And we have some recommended solutions. That is something called eSpring water treatment system. Okay, the eSpring water treatment system is kind of a mini purifier, like what you have in water utilities. In fact, it is better than that one. It can take out. It has couple of technologies inbuilt into it. It has ultraviolet technology, carbon filter technology, both into one. So it's patented. What it can, and it also has monitoring technology, smart chip, and inductive coupling. We will see what it is in the live demo. It's been #1 from past 8 years, 2012 onwards. It is given by Euromonitor. It's a European company which granted it's #1 in the world. It is the only system. If you are really, there are so many water purifiers in the market, in the Home Depot, Target, and everywhere. But if you go and really see, are this something which I should be buying, or this is the best one? This is the differentiator, guys. This is the only purification system which has certified for 4 international standards. And what it is, you can definitely go to nsf.com, nsf.org, and read about these articles. This means like it can clean up the material contaminants, and it can kill organic contaminants like viruses, bacteria, and VOCs. Okay, and this 401 is something which will tell you that it is for future. Any chemicals any of the chemicals are discovered, those are also be cleaned by this one, because it does purification at a molecular level. So it just allows H2O, and it allows the magnesium and calcium molecules, because those are very important for body and the bones. So that is the only one. And in US, water quality certification is given a gold seal to it. So there are standards why it is gold seal. You can go and find out there a little bit. And now everything is good, certified is good, it has a great technology, but what is it to me, or what is it to you in this system, right? The value what it offers. Okay, for less than a cost of a cell phone, right, and the maintaining of cell phone, whole of your family will be protected for a 10 years lifespan. Okay, so if you see why 99.99% pure water at point of use, just before you drink or just before you use for cooking. It has zero maintenance. It's a do-it-yourself installation. Okay, the cartridge for use of more than 1 year. It produces one time you have this portable. This is the portable unit, and it can produce up to 10,000 half-liter bottles. Okay, and it monitors every glass of water you drink, and it's cost effective. We will see those in the next slide. So what it does? It does a 3-in-1 action. One, it removes the material or contaminants of more than 140 contaminants using activated carbon block. Okay, these are the commonly for chlorine, chloroform, gasoline, MTBs, radon, for pharmaceutical drugs, PFAS, forever chemicals, and all these are removed dynamically from this system, and that is using activated carbon block. And it also kills bacteria and virus with UV rays. Okay, can I have that? Can I have that one, please? The miniature version. So, thank you very much. So this is the miniature version of this is a very portable one. This is the miniature version of the original unit. It has if you see it has a computer chip which can be, it has OTA over the internet updates, and you see inside the cartridge it's all do it yourself. It's very simple portable solution which is sold by a direct selling company. The cartridge looks like this inside. This is the outer layer is called activated carbon block. This is cut open only to show you. Inside there is a UV lamp. The UV lamp is the one who kills microbes, what I saw in this the point number 2. And it has a unique patent that it will not remove essential minerals and minerals like calcium and magnesium, which are very important for bones. If you don't have that one, your bones will become porous, and you have a calcium deficiency. Kids don't have a growth and a lot of things. That is the reason why lot of the over-the-counter water purification systems like RO systems, reverse osmosis, removes everything from the water, unfortunately. And what they do is expensive reverse osmosis systems, which cost about $2,000 to $3,000, add those calcium and magnesium back to it, which is not dissolved in the water. So they will have a lot of indigestion problems. So that is the reason why Europe and India nowadays are banning all RO systems. Some places they are regulating it. Some places they are banning it. So and unfortunately, US doesn't regulate water or water purification. It is not FDA regulated. So anybody, if you wanted to create any water, if you want to create bottled water, you can do that too. Okay, so that is the reason why you need to be very careful between what you are purchasing. That's about its action, and I wanted to show you quickly a quick demo of how good it is, the performance of it. So I wanted to show it in the live and the demo how powerful it is. Okay, just give me one moment. So let me spotlight this one for everyone, this particular video. Hello? Able?
Yeah, we can able to hear.
Yeah, we can.
So this is the tap water from New Jersey, Princeton area, Mercer County. This is the water. We've taken water to test it. I will show you. This is directly I pour into any of the glass and this is a quick tester of chemical tester. This test, especially the chlorine, which this is used in using in swimming pools to see if there is a chlorine or not. Chlorine
Can you stop your sharing screen so that it will be big? Your video will be big if you stop the sharing. Yeah, now it looks good.
Thank you. So this is the chemical which you can buy in Walmart or Home Depot to find out if there is any chemicals in the water, especially test for chlorine. Chlorine is the disinfectant, but it shouldn't be more. Unfortunately, if you see, go and test. Even if it has chlorine, this chemical will react and turn the water to yellow. You see? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this water to. I'm going to do one more experiment here. I'm going to add water to the same water here, and what I'm trying to do is I will take out my ring, or you want to put up a hand? Okay, you can do that. So I asked Madhu to actually put her hand in the water for 30 seconds. I wanted to see what happens. These chemicals, how they are they go and stick to the static bodies. Now, what happens if you go back and do the chlorine test with the same water? Good. Now, this will not turn that much yellow as this water. Same water we have taken from the same this of the can. But if you see, this water don't turn yellow, but this have turned yellow because these chemicals are now stick to the hand. Okay, this is what happens, guys. If you don't purify the water, you will be drinking, and fortunately, my wife can go and wash her hands with a soap because it's all external. But what if you drink every day this chemical water? What if you are cooking with this water every day? Okay, someday it will show up. You will be filtered for those water. Now, what I'll do is I will also pour this water. This is the demo kit. This is the original eSpring unit. It's a portable unit. You can connect it to apartment or in any your own home. It has a different connection models. I think we're good, right? Okay. So what I'm trying to do is you want me to put a whole water? Okay. Just for motor to pick up. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. So if you see this is the original unit. This can be connected to your tap, or you can have another faucet. And depending upon your wish, you can actually connect it to your tap. Let's say this is your kitchen faucet. We have created this demo kit just to show how it works, but this is not this won't be in the equation when you buy the system for you. So we want to contaminate. What we want to do is we want to contaminate this water with something called Coke can. This is a Coke can, regular can, what you get it outside. And Coke, it is a very complex carbon molecule which has a lot of chemicals into it. I'm also going to add Coke to this one. And Coke, it's a sugary and sticky substance. Okay. Now, can you imagine that any of the filters, if you pour in Coke into it, what happens? Does pure water come out of it? Have a tissue. Okay, that's fine. So you will see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out this water. Turn this motor on. Okay. Now when I turn this water on, you see all the Coke is mixed with the water. I have to mix a little bit of water so that the motor can pick up the things, because one can is not enough. See, this is the water what I'm getting it from the motor. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this water into this eSpring unit. You can see the display here. 0 to 100 is the one. You see the capacity of the cartridge. It's pretty new, and when you are purifying this, you will see that it's monitoring here. Okay, we have another one. So I'm letting this water go from the outlet. There is a inlet for this eSpring. I'm going to drag it here, and now I'm going to turn it on. You can see the water going into this eSpring now, and it is purifying the water dynamically, and it is super fast. Because the motor is slow here, it is we just turned put a small motor. You see this? From this to this. Okay, and no smell, no taste. You can drink. Wow, that's good. So, and if you test this water for chemical, even if I pour all this chemical, the tester into this one, OTO, it won't turn yellow. Okay. If you see, this is, see this one, you mix it, do it, whatever, there is no chemical. This is the water, and this is it. This is it. Do you have any questions? Okay, good. So now let me come back to my so Madhubhai, can you leave it back there? Yeah. You can turn off the audio.
Hey, I have one question here. So when you process the water to your spring system, um, do you add the minerals, or do you filter out the natural filters which is coming from the tap water, and then you add your own minerals to the water?
You're on mute.
Okay, good. Can you mute it there?
Yeah. What am I audible?
Yes, yes.
One moment.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, yes, you are audible. Can you repeat one more time?
So my question was, when the tap water was processed with your eSpring system, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it filter out the natural minerals which comes from the tap, and you add your own minerals to the water?
No.
So that it gets the um, means when the color was eliminated after processing, do you add some minerals which gets the flavor at the taste? Not that's not the natural water mineral flavor which comes from the tap or ground. And what is actually when you process it, what happens in the system?
Well, very good question. I will repeat one more time for you. See, this is when when eSpring takes the water inside, it does three actions, right? One, it removes all 140 contaminants. 140 contaminants are removed, okay? And what exactly happens is the activated carbon block removes every molecule except H2O molecule. H2O molecule is a water molecule, and calcium and magnesium. The natural calcium and magnesium is not removed because they are minerals, essential minerals, right? That is the third point we mentioned. It does not remove essential minerals, but rest of all chemicals are removed. That is the reason why Coke, if you see, it is have a lot of chemicals in it, right? From the diluted Coke chemicals, it removes everything except your calcium and magnesium and H2O molecule. So we don't remove those three, and we don't add anything. It just, when water flows, it removes all 140 plus contaminants. It kills virus and bacteria with UV rays, and that's about it. It let the water go out. And in that process, it will actually decrease um, the temperature of the water by 1 or 2 degrees. Is that a question answered for you?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, got it. Understood. Thank you. Yeah.
That is the patent here is then it doesn't remove the minerals. But then
Okay.
what happens in most of the RO systems, right? Through reverse osmosis systems, that will remove all things and make the water dead. And just before releasing the water, you have to buy another cartridge to add calcium and magnesium to the water. And if water doesn't have a natural minerals like calcium and magnesium, you are adding it to it, it doesn't dissolve well, and that causes a lot of indigestion problems for RO systems. People would
So okay. So do you think that the Brita filter that we usually use, they they do this process? They add their own minerals?
no. Unfortunately, Brita is not a comparison here because Brita is let's say if you are going back to the era of communications, and I am from telecommunications, so I talk more about that one. Brita is like a pager. Pager, right? The old before cell phone era.
Yeah. Okay.
So it only reduces the top one, chlorine. It try to reduce lead and mercury. If it is a very expensive one, it costs about $80. It is only three chemicals that try to reduce it. It's filters. So this is the purifier which is removed from a molecular level, this eSpring unit. But Brita and all are just the filters. So we can't really compare Brita to this one at all. Wherein this is, it's like if you do a coffee, right? If you take a coffee, you want to filter the coffee powder from the
Powder.
decoction. That is how Brita works. If
Okay.
you take the same Coca-Cola and put into the well diluted liquids, don't get filtered out from the Brita at all.
Okay. So you said this is one time install. I think you said some years you don't need to change the equipment, right?
Correct.
So when these many chemicals are being removed from your eSpring,
Right.
doesn't it stores into the system, that equipment, and the maintenance is not required?
It is not a maintenance, but you have to replace the cartridge. All these things are caught in the cartridge, and that is when cartridge is full. That is when you have to change the cartridge every 1.5 years. So this is where we wanted to show you, right? I was actually about to cover that piece of information here. Okay, so this is the cost, the value offerings, right? The eSpring offers a lot of value, and how we will see here. What we did is to compare your cost comparison with a very cheap water bottles outside you buy from a Costco wholesale dealer. Okay, so what this particular one cartridge gives you is 1320 gallons of water at a time. Okay, or 1320 gallons, if you see on my screen, is equivalent to 5,000 liters or 10,000 bottles of half liters, right? So this is the amount of water one eSpring cartridge can give. When you buy eSpring cartridge first time, it does come with the eSpring unit first time, it does come with a cartridge. Okay. Now, if you see the first time, the cost of unit is, if you see, just if you take 1320 gallons from Costco or Nestle, Poland Springs, or any of the water, right? If you take the 5-gallon water bottles, the big ones which they deliver it, the average cost per.
Raz, is it possible to put the mouse over there wherever you are speaking?
Not sure. Is it okay?
I mean, mouse. I'm not seeing your mouse.
Okay, hold on. 1 minute, I'll do that for you. So it looks like I have not enabled my annotations. Okay, so if you see, let me go into the column 1, column 2, column 3. See, this is,
Okay.
I'm talking on column 3 and row number 2, 1320 by 5,000 liters, right? So this is where I'm talking about. This is the capacity of the eSpring to give you that much of water. So this is enough for a family of 4 people, 4 adults, for about a year. If you have only 2 kids and 2 adults, it might come up to 1.5 years. Okay. And if you buy this kind of a water from Nestle Poland delivery, the 5-gallon water bottle deliveries, this will cost you about $2,098. Roughly the cost per gallon, the second column you are seeing on the second column, the cost of the per gallon is $1.59. Okay. Again, whoever has asked for it, I'm sorry, is it Arjun or is it?
My name is Naresh.
Naresh. I can give you this comparison sheet to you for you to go through, and I can explain it to you if you wanted more.
Okay.
But at this point of time, it's the cost per gallon is coming to $1.59 for buying a 5-gallon water bottle, right? And same thing if you buy a Costco Kirkland water, the 5.5-liter bottles, 500 ml bottles, and it will cost you about $1.52 per gallon, and the cost comes to $2,000 for the equivalent of 1320 gallons comes to $2,000. Now the eSpring, especially at this point of the time, the eSpring used to cost about $1,250, but this holiday season now it is 1042, which is up to November 30th at this point. And they have reduced to 1042 because there was not, the supply chain was interrupted with the COVID. Now the floodgates are open a little bit. So they want to help all the people. They're making good profit. So they reduced it for 1042. And if you see, even the first time when you buy this eSpring unit for 1042, the cost per gallon is 80 cents compared to $1.5. Okay. Now, if you see, even if you buy a unit, within a year, you are saving about $958. Okay. Now, as you said, this unit doesn't have any maintenance parts at all, but you need to replace the cartridge. The one I showed you, right? Can I have the cartridge, please? Yeah. I will take it. Yeah. This is the cartridge which I showed it to you. It is the miniature version. So this is the cartridge is completely a new one. So what happens is all your contaminants will stick to this activated carbon inside. This is where all the contaminants are filled. When these contaminants are filled, that is when it will take 13-20 gallons of something like a Coke, like a stuff, to fill this activated carbon inside. That is when you will completely replace this cartridge. You will buy a new cartridge like this. This is a completely one module, get it. And second time onwards, you already have a unit. You will only buy the cartridge, and the cartridge cost is $208, as you see on my screen on the last column. Okay, under the ongoing things, you'll see the cartridge cost is $208. For if you're a family of 2 kids and the 2 adults, that means it comes up to 14 months to 16 months almost, because we are of the same family, so size of the family. We get about 14 months, and we do cooking with this eSpring water. Okay, so then the next time onwards, or a second year onward, the cost of per gallon, if you see, it's 16 cents only for the purest water ever, And if you compare this expense for next to 10 years, right? If you're drinking any of the bottled water versus Brita versus this particular eSpring purifier, per year you are saving 2,080, and per 10 years you are saving 20,800 for a purest form of water. We compared it to the Costco Kirkland, but imagine that there could be inflation. We didn't added the tax here, and many more things. Okay. So this, if you wanted, please request it through Veera or me. I would be able to provide this one. This month we are doing this 20% off. That's the reason why we are doing a webinar and all. And it does come with 120-day satisfaction guarantee. That means 4 months. If you don't like it, even the shipping cost is returned to you for free. Okay, for everything will be returned back to you. And what is the big advantage of using this eSpring unit is your consumption of water will go 3 times more within 4 months. If you're drinking just a liter water, you will definitely drink 3 times more, because pure water is tasteless and very light. You want to drink more. That's the biggest thing about. That's a kind of a big health benefit what you have with the eSpring unit. And right now, because of the COVID, it's also offering, right now there's a holiday offer. It's also offering 6 months EMI, easy monthly installments with 0% APR. And I already told you that's a 20% off. It was $12.50. I don't know when the price changes, could be by December 1st. So this is what you have today. Okay. And some of the FAQs, right? Now I'm just getting into questions. I think I have a good 4 more minutes to answer some of the questions. eSpring never out of the brand, and it is not sold in Home Depot. This is like a direct selling brand, and it's a premium brand sold by direct selling distributors like us, like me. And if it is sold in retail stores, it would be costing 3 times more, because we are directly taking from a manufacturer and directly giving it to you, avoiding the supply chain in between. That is the reason why it's only $1,000, or it would be 3,000 plus. Okay. Now, can I use it with your refrigerator? Yes, you can do that. And is it the right time to invest on this purifier? Will it add value? Of course, because it's 20% less. In last 10 years, there was never been a discount. This was the only unique time we are into pandemic, and that's the reason why it's the best time. If health is at most important for you, you should go ahead and think about it right now. Okay, so people think sometimes it's 1042 because they see the equipment cost, but you have to see 1042. What are you getting for? You are paying for 1320 gallons. Okay, if you see, a lot of people compare Brita to eSpring unit, which is not a comparison. Like you are comparing iPhone to pager. They say, hey, 40. My Brita filter costs about $40, and now you are telling about $1,000. So that is the features, right? The features between a pager and the iPhone. There are a lot of differences, and also at any point of the time, Brita pitcher won't purify more than 40 gallons of water versus this one. This filters about 1320 gallons. So you could do a math. So even Brita is expensive than eSpring if you compare to the quantity of the water it supplies. Now, is the installation easy in the current COVID situation? How do we do it? It's a do-it-yourself installation, but I offer a lot of videos and I offer the personal help, one-on-one help to install in their homes. That's been our specialty. I have a team across coast to coast. We have about 35-member team to help you out with these installations. So that's a pretty easy. You buy it, we'll get it done for you. Even if not, we have partnership with the TaskRabbit. They're the professional plumbers. They could come and help you out to do that. Now, I would take one other question, like, it's I live in an apartment or buying a new home. Should I wait? No, you need not. The same unit it's a portable unit. You can put it in the apartment, or you can move it to your newer home. When you move to new home and you add one more faucet or connect to the refrigerator, you can do anything. Okay.
Can I take to India, Ross? This one?
Sorry?
Can I carry?
Yeah, you can carry to India. Yeah, absolutely, can carry to India. And in fact, in India, this is a patented system. So there is a lot of people sell it in black from UK, and it costs about 3,25,000 for shipping from Europe because they have to pay some customs and all. But if you buy here and you want to carry, you are buying it for almost 70,000 rupees. And do I get support for installation and maintenance? Yes, and it has 3 years warranty comes with the system. The one we are using in the home is from 2009 onward. The system, we use the same system for our faucet. It is made in 2009. So that is the reason why when I saw it working for 5 years and it gave a lot of benefits, I got into this distribution business. So the last question I want to take it, I have a specific color or a designer faucet. Can eSpring faucet can match? Yes, we can match it. Okay. So those are the things people usually ask us. And of course, financial options are available. We spoke about it. But if you have any other questions, I can take it. Okay.
What is the weight this one, Ross?
Weight?
Yeah, this unit weight.
Unit weight is on about 4 pounds.
4 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's easy to carry to India as well.
Yeah, it's very easy to carry. In fact, whenever we do road trips in California, and I am scared of drinking California water because they are recycled. Of course, now after the rains and all, they are available, but it is like we carry to the hotels when we are staying for 10-day visit to California. We can go connect to any of the hotel faucet. That's how easy it is when we rent for Airbnb or anything. So we just carry it. So Naresh, Arjun, or I see Vamsi also joined. Do you have any other questions? Okay, I see a few people here. Any other questions you have?
In between, if any repair comes, like who will handle?
We'll handle it. The company handles it, but you can always contact us, or you will be getting a company contact directly. They don't repair it; they replace it. They give you a brand new system. Usually, what happens is this is a system which is always, you don't move the system, you don't touch or you don't move the system. It will be sitting in the corner. So there won't be any problems with that, but you might be having a problem with the pipe or small elements, which they'll just replace it and send it free for you. The support is like an Apple support. They just do everything for free.
So the instrument will be on the top of the shelf or under the sink. I mean,
There are both versions. You can do it on top of the shelf, top of the kitchen counter, or you can do it on the. You can also put under the sink based on your choice. It just need one electrical outlet plug-in. Wherever it is available, you can connect it. The unit is same for all kinds of connects, and the only thing is the different depending upon the faucet, depending upon where you are. If it's a own home, you want to do a different kind of installation. If you want to do in apartment, you might want to do a different kind of installation. So same unit, when you want to move it from one home to another home, you can change the kind of things. Unit is same, only connectors are different for different faucets. Any other questions?
so can you post the YouTube links like how to fit in everything? So we'll just get an idea like where it fits.
Oh, okay. Okay. See, I can show you. I can quickly show you the picture of one of my. Rajshekhar, do you have a picture of your home? Because I know we recently installed at your place. I mean, not recently, 3-4 years back we installed it. Do you have a quick picture?
Raj, I have one picture got from the other friend, one of the distributor. I think I'll send you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Please,
sure. Thank you.
Can share it on WhatsApp?
Yeah, just a minute. I'll
Right. Actually, that's a good question, Vamshi. You should get an idea how it is. Right now, what in my home, I have pictures from my home, but that is a different kind of installation because we have installed a special faucet with it. So I am opening my WhatsApp on my computer, so I should be able to see in a second. Yeah, we have a picture. Where is? Yeah. Thank you, Veera, for sharing it. Vamsi, you can see here, right? This is how it looks. Oh, you see the PowerPoint? Okay, let me stop my PowerPoint. Okay, here you go. It's 10 more seconds. And here you go. This is how it is, Vamshi. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the above the counter where you can just put it and you can connect it to the the unit. This is how it can be connected to the tap, your kitchen faucet tap. And
So we always, because our apartment, we can use for hot and cold water, correct?
yes. So what happens is when you connect, you see this is the connector you are seeing on my screen, right?
Correct.
So this, when you can turn on the cold water, and there is a knob here, right? Small knob. As you saw in my presentation, when you pull this knob, that will go and get you the pure water.
Okay.
Otherwise, if it then automatically when you turn off the water, this knob automatically closes. So that will be normal water for you.
Okay.
Okay, so the mechanism is very straightforward, and we were in Edison, right? As you know, we were in Edison. We used it for 7 years in the Edison apartment before we moved to our own home. We moved the same thing. We put another sink. We put another tap on the side where you see this bottles.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, I think we are at the top of the hour. So thank you very much for the joining. And Naresh, Vamsi, and Arjun, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah.
Sure, Raj. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll give you more information. I will send you more information about the brochure and all. I can send it out to you. So
Okay.
get back
Yeah.
yeah. So please get back to a person who invited you. Probably the Veera might have invited you. So before the offer expires, please take advantage of it. It has a 10 years of life. So it's you install today or after a month or two, it's a one and the same. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And have a good evening and a good night.
Thank you, Raj.